Is everybody here? Seriously, have I got everybody? Got some more?
John, don't let him out.
Don't give me more rope. Okay. Have I got everyone?
Rick, do the door, don't let him out.
Ricardo, do as you're told. So, rather than doing the standard thanks for coming speech, I wanted to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to do a very short version of This Is Your Life. However, being the control freak that I am, there's no Eamon Andrews, and I want to tell you my own story. I'm going to introduce you to some key people in my life, and some people that have funny stories attached to them. I do hope that no one gets upset if they're not mentioned personally. You're all important to me, but if I introduced everyone individually, we'd be here all night. And I haven't brought poor Phil over for nothing for me to stand here all night. But before I start, I do need to say thank a few people, not least to Phil for flying over from Gran Canaria, wherever he is. Who'd have thought that when we walked into his bar 4 years ago in Fuerteventura, that he'd be here with us at the Village Hotel in Cheadle tonight. Also, thanks to our fabulous friend Jason for being my unofficial photographer. I don't think he's got his drone with him tonight, but I do know I'll have some fab souvenirs of my party and it'll have made you all laugh along the way. And Sue and Jace had their wedding reception in this room just a few years ago, so it must be full of memories for you guys. And Talia, I don't know where you are, but thank you for doing my makeup this afternoon and making us all look as good as we have tonight. Thank you, Talia, so much, sweetheart. And I must thank everyone that's been involved in the last few days, because my dad said I keep using the word amazing, and it just has been amazing. All the messages I've had, the text, the phone call, the presents, the cards, it has just been fabulous, and particularly Jess, wherever she is, all the surprises she's arranged. Thank you so much, sweetheart. So, come on, Dad. Come on, Dad. So this is where it all started. We don't need you to reenact it, Dad. This is where it all started. This is my brilliant mum and dad.
It won't take long.
I wasn't exactly an angel child, so they don't look so bad on it, do they? I was born at home in Heaton Moor and brought into the world by a drunken midwife who had to go out to be sick halfway through. This week I found out she was called Sister Slack. You couldn't script it, could you? On the 3rd of March 1966. I'm blessed with 3 lovely aunties. This is my, I sat them the wrong way round. This is my Auntie Mary, my dad's sister, and everybody says I'm just like her. Not just for my eyebrows, but apparently for my organising traits that come from this side of the family.
Go Auntie Mary!
This is my Auntie Jean, my mum's sister, who's travelled over from Leeds tonight to be here with us. And again, apparently I'm like her in that I never stop and I'm always out. This is my Auntie Ruth, who lives in Anglesey. Thank you so much for coming over. She was married to my dad's brother, the first policeman to be at the scene of the Stockport air disaster, who I'm proud to say was my uncle. Some of my cousins are here tonight as well. Thank you to Neil for coming up from Oxford and bringing Auntie Mary with her tonight. Mark for putting up with me through some of my wildest teenage years when I used to stay with you and Auntie Ruth when I was working at the Belgrade. And to Jane for sharing your Osmond comics with me. You had all the Donny ones and gave me all the Jimmy ones. So, when I was 5 years old, a cute little boy entered my life. I wasn't keen on the idea at first, apparently, but I literally couldn't live without him now. He's always there for me. He's got a massive heart and an amazing sense of humour. I love him dearly. He's known as the Blue Magpie, Uncle O. To me, he's my little brother. Steve, will you come and join us, please? He's also known as Jubbit. Thank you, Steve. Some of my brother's lifelong friends are here tonight, who obviously are friends of mine as well. And as they are all City fans, they have special friendships with all the Pringles, which is lovely. Thank you, for all the times you brought John over the Snake Pass when he was living in Sheffield and giving him his tea. Murs was at our house the other night for tea, which is just lovely. And Gaz, we've got to tell them a little story about your social media name, haven't we? Very apt for tonight. Many of you will follow Reverend Blue Jeans on Twitter or be friends with him on Facebook because he thought the Neil Diamond song, Forever in Blue Jeans, was Reverend Blue Jeans. Easy mistake, guys, easy mistake. When I was 6, I was asked to be a little bridesmaid for my Auntie Janet, who sadly isn't with us anymore. But she brought into my life a very special man. He's one of the most intelligent and interesting people I've ever met. He's come from Lille to be with me tonight. I absolutely love him to bits. He is, of course, come on, Uncle Bruno! Come on, Bruno. You sit next to Auntie Ruth, and you can come round the back. Now, when I was a little bridesmaid, the lady is here tonight who was the big bridesmaid. And at Auntie Janet's funeral, she went home in my coat. And when I introduce you now to little Anna, as she's known, you'll see why we must have looked so funny travelling home separately on the Eurostar in each other's coats. Come on, little lad, come and show them what we must have looked like. Come on. So when I was 6, I was the little bridesmaid, and I was the big bridesmaid. And there was a little mix-up with the coats in Uncle Bruno's cupboard. So after a few uneventful years at Tide Barn Primary School and then Priestnall Secondary School, at the age of 15, we moved into Heath Mersey Post Office, where Dad was the sub-postmaster, a pillar in the community, and where Mum refers to spending some of the best years of her life. We went for a meal there last week to celebrate their 51st wedding anniversary and my brother's birthday, as it's now an Italian tapas restaurant. I can recommend it, by the way, it was absolutely lovely. It was a special night, as are all the times that we spent together. At 16, I went to South Trafford College to do catering. And before you say it, yes, I know, I still can't make gravy. Here, I met some of my lifelong friends. Friends now for 34 years. Julie, Sue, can you come up here, please? Now, I can say that these were some of the best years of our lives. And a lot of that was down to the class clown. I thought he was my co-star on Look North West, but he's told me tonight I wasn't. When I was on with Stuart Hall, and the tape is on Betamax and my mother's thrown it away, so I can't show you the evidence. You'll know who I'm talking about. I'm delighted we're back in touch after losing contact for a few years. Come on, Nige. Come on, Nigel. At 18, and deciding that catering wasn't for me, I went to work at Boots in Stockport. HR tasked a girl with showing me what to do and looking after me. Who'd have thought then that she would go on to be my Bezzy of 32 years? We've been through thick and thin together, and we've had a lot of laughs along the way. Sadly, when we lost Phil 19 months ago, who we miss every single day, we find ourselves doing things that we didn't ever expect to do. She's been amazing. She is amazing. She's Mrs. Ramsden to some, she's Simone to others, and she's Bezzy to me. I love you too. It was whilst I worked at Boots that I met some of my other lifelong friends. One who turned out to be my second cousin. She's flown over from Holland, where she's lived now for nearly 30 years, and I'm chuffed to bits that she's here tonight. Come on, Gaynor. Come on, she's going to go here. Come on. Through Gaynor, I met Yvonne, who met another Dutchman on the same holiday that Gaynor met Wilbur and has married him, and Bernie. Come on, ladies, don't be shy. You need to come and look after Gaynor. Please, no, you do. You have to come and stand up here, just at the back here. Come on. So, now we were quite a gang. My college friends and my friends from Boots. We all got on great, and we spent many a memorable night in Fridays, Quaffers, Hamiltons, and of course Sunday nights in the Puss in Boots. And then there was my boss at Boots that we had to go and face on Monday morning. The first lady in my career who inspired me. She's elegant, smart, and I'm thrilled that after even 32 years we're still in regular contact and still great friends. She's come over from Blackpool tonight to be with me. Come on, Bernadette. Oh, not Blackpool, Lytham. They have smart and elegant people in Blackpool.
No, they don't.
Come on, Bernadette, from Blackpool. Sorry. We used to be in trouble years ago as well, just like that. So, I left Boots in 1988 to open a card and gift shop. And whilst we were having it fitted out, my life was turned upside down. By a young man who arrived at the back door one Friday morning looking gorgeous. This wasn't in this speech. He was looking gorgeous, scruffy and stubbly. With 4 words said in a North Manchester accent, "Morning love, Granmore ceilings," and that was it. I was smitten. He can be a bit grumpy. And he is known to moan now and again. But he's the love of my life. He's my rock. He's a lovely man inside and out, and he still makes my heart flutter. I'm proud to have been Mrs. Pringle for nearly 26 years. Come on, David. I inherited a new family, a brilliant mother-in-law and stepfather-in-law who sadly aren't with us tonight. I also gained another best friend, my sister-in-law Carol. The first time I met her was to practice her wedding makeup, and the second time was at her wedding to Paul, who's always been a brilliant brother-in-law. Dave and I class them as some of our best friends, not just family. Come on, Carol and Paul, I can't even see you, I don't know where you are. Where's Carol? didn't think you were getting away with it, did you? I cannot. Sorry, I've skipped a bit. Where am I now? I also gained another brother-in-law, our Chris, 2 step-sister-in-laws, Lorraine and Angela, who've come over from Yorkshire tonight to be here, and a father-in-law who's accepted me from day one, even though he thinks I'm a bit of a lush. And he's come up from Portsmouth this evening. Come on, Chris, Angela, Lorraine and Terry, please will you join us up here? Come on now, Chris. You want to hear a real North Manchester accent? Talk to Chris. I can't not mention the lovely Auntie Eth at this point. Dave's mum always threatened Dave, Carol and Chris with ringing Auntie Eth if they were naughty. So she's here tonight to keep us all in check. I don't mind, do you want to stay there or do you want to come up, Auntie Eth? Because I'm scared to make you come up here. Oh, she's coming up and he's bringing you a chair. Come on, Auntie Eth. Sorry. So most of our wedding party are up here already, but I do need to ask our best man to join us. Dave's mate since the age of 10. I'm delighted that we're still in touch and that you're here tonight. Come on, Matt. Fantastic. Dave's other North Manchester mates are here too, including a couple who we've spent a lot of good times with, particularly when our kids were little, as they were the same age. Come on, Jeff and Deb. Come over from Preston. Come on. Pardon? I'm running out of room, I know. When Dave moved to South Manchester, he missed his mates and he wanted some new lads to play footy with. A chance meeting in Sainsbury's led him to joining Rose Hill football team, where we've made a group of friends with who we've had some of our best times, including brilliant camping trips. There's too many to mention individually, but I must just thank Jason and Jill from the band, not just for the Sunday mornings when we get up round the camper van and the campfire on the Saturday night, but for giving up probably numerous gigs of their own to be here tonight. Thank you so much. It means the world to me how much effort all of you have gone to be here tonight. I also have to mention Jill, my hairdresser, our social secretary, and she turns into a travel agent when it comes to time to book the girly holiday. Come on, JB. Yay! Come on, Colin. In 1992, my life was turned upside down again with the arrival of our daughter. You certainly know when she's around. She's famous for her Jessisms, and she's more like me than me. She's a gorgeous person inside and out. We all absolutely adore her. Come on, Jessie P. And then in 1994, our family was made complete. Along came my precious little boy. Where's he gone? The Jonathan I always wanted to give Dave. He's grown up into a fine young man, handsome, witty and intelligent. We couldn't be prouder. Come on, Johnny boy. Before long, my brother met the love of his life, my lovely sister-in-law, Kath. A nicer person you couldn't ask to meet. We are truly blessed, Kath, to have you in our family. And together you've given us 3 gorgeous nieces. Emily, who is Kath all over, Han, who is Steve all over, and Rebecca, who's known as Boo, who is Mini-Me. If you watch carefully tonight, you may see a famous Booey wiggle. Kath, please will you come up with the girls and stand with Steve? Come on, Booey. Woo!
matching dress like Auntie Jackie.
She has even got a matching dress like Auntie Jackie, that's absolutely right. We're blessed with 3 other gorgeous nieces. Samantha and Nicole, will you come and stand with your mum and dad? And Talia, wherever you are, will you bring Claire, our other lovely sister-in-law, to come and be with your dad? Can you get near your mum and dad? Bless you all. After we sold the shop, I went to work at the AA, where I met a lady whose wise words I refer to often. She's raised 6 children. I don't know how many grandchildren you've got these days, Sheila. And while she's only walked up the road to be here, so I can't say she's travelled from wherever, I'm delighted that she's still in my life and here with us tonight. Come on, Sheila. Finally, for the last 9 years, I've worked at Co-op Insurance. Similar to Simone, on day 1, I was introduced to someone who I've taken with me to every job I've had since joining. She'll kill me for telling you, but she's a bit of a dancer. I don't know how many titles she's got, but she's currently the Northwest National Ballroom Champion. She's absolutely lovely and a fab friend. Come on, come. I also have another husband. Not many of you have met him before. I've got a work husband. Your dad's met him, it's all right, it's all been cleared. We recently had a conscious decoupling, but we're back together now and we're working on the same leadership team. He's my confidant, he's my mate. Come on, Chris. And then there's Karen. She was my boss for a while. She's always been my friend. She's mad, she's motivational, and she's inspired me no end. I couldn't have done the job I've been doing for nearly a year now without everything she's taught me. Come on, Casey. She's tottering in her heels. She was determined, she was getting along. She's swaying, she's swaying. I told you, I warned you. So finally, it would be remiss of me not to mention just 2 more people. They're known as the Pringle Plus ones, my over-the-brush in-laws, and I couldn't ask for nicer partners for my kids. John has been with them since they were 14, 15, and she's an absolute sweetheart. Rick, also known as Ricardo, he's been in our lives now for 3.5 years. He's thoughtful, he's gorgeous, and he's great fun to have around. They both embrace the Pringle madness. They sing in the kids' chorus of Happy Birthday. They join in the Olympics on our extended family holidays, and I think the world of both of them. Come on, Em and Rick. So, here I am, 50 years young and truly blessed to have such brilliant family and friends. How lucky I am. You've made me who I am today. We've laughed together, we've cried together, and we've made some brilliant memories along the way. So tonight's my way of saying thank you to all of you. I hope you have a fabulous night, and I really mean it when I say, oh, thanks for coming.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. that I know it's growing strong. Was in the spring, and spring became the summer. Would have believed you'd all gone. Yes, touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet paradise. Good times never seem so good. I didn't cry to believe they never would, but now why look at this night, and it don't seem too lonely, 'cause we fill it up with only a 1, 2, 3, 4. It's too many. Oh, and when I hurt, that runs off my shoulders. How can I hurt while I'm here with you? Warm, touching warm, reaching out, touching me.